While you watch war on TV, someone else is watching the money roll in. This video is your map to the invisible theater connecting Israel, Iran, and the USA. A game where alliances betray, missiles move in silence, and the media spins fear into headlines. You'll see who truly profits when the Middle East catches fire, how the war industry cashes in on every drop of blood, and why the truth is scripted for you to consume without question. What do you gain by watching this? Clarity, to see who manipulates fear for profit. Knowledge to break free from spoon-fed narratives. Awareness of who presses the nuclear button, and who pretends they didn't see it. What do you lose if you skip this? You stay trapped in the circus of disinformation. You keep paying for wars you don't even understand. You lose your only chance to see through what 99% will never question. This is Satire Sacred, a sanctuary for minds who'd rather swallow bitter truths than live numbed by sweet lies. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, because here the secret never sleeps, and the truth always bleeds. Do you remember where you were when you first heard about the Arab Spring? Maybe you don't, but somewhere, in a bunker, someone never forgot that spark. Wars don't start with explosions. They start in windowless rooms, signed with invisible ink, sealed with handshakes worth more than any treaty. In the Middle East, the fuse isn't a spark. It's a silent maneuver that fuels hatred, buys weapons, and sells headlines. While you wonder why, someone's counting coins for every bomb that falls. Why does this matter to you? Because every spark there burns you here. In gas prices, inflation, in the fear that silences your tongue. Knowing who lights the match is the first step to not being another pawn on the board. If this makes sense to you, prove you're not alone. Hit that like button now. Keep this flame alive in a world that wants it snuffed out. While everyone points missiles at Tehran or Tel Aviv, few notice the real war is waged at private dinners and backroom handshakes stronger than any UN resolution. Israel, armed to the teeth with cutting-edge tech and nearly unconditional US support. Iran, an oil giant shackled by sanctions, yet backed by silent partners never shown on TV. USA, the puppeteer that funds, arms, trains, then condemns, pretending to play savior. One day, Trump shakes Iran's hand under the table. The next, he threatens nuclear fire. Between headlines, billion-dollar arms deals get inked, and each side calls itself the hero. And the people? Watching from afar, believing slogans about freedom while drones and troops multiply like ants across burning sand. Those who control the board don't care who dies, only who pays. And who pays? You and me. Always. Keg. Ever wonder why a war never really ends? Because while soldiers march, shareholders grin. Every shot fired, every drone launched, every convoy, pure profit for those who turn destruction into dividends. Defense contractors rake in trillions. Missile makers, drone builders, tank manufacturers, names like Lockheed Martin and Raytheon see their stocks soar every time conflict ignites in the Middle East. It doesn't stop there. Rebuilding the rubble? Also profitable. Engineering firms, oil companies, secret contracts that fatten pockets while families bury sons. Here's something practical. Next time you see a headline screaming, "War is imminent," check who just spiked on the stock market that day. Follow the money. It always traces back to the trail of gunpowder. Meanwhile, fear sells weapons. Weapons feed wars. Wars keep fear alive. A perfect cycle for them. If you think you've seen it all, you've only seen what they want you to see. While headlines harp on sanctions and UN meetings, underground labs enrich uranium, and engineers draft blueprints for missiles that never appear in parades. Israel officially has no nukes, yet analysts say over 90 warheads hide in silos unseen by commercial satellites. Iran claims its program is peaceful, but invests in tech that could become bombs within months. USA spreads nukes to allied bases worldwide, each one pointed at someone who might not even know they're a target. Deals get broken, spies swap secrets, drones prowl desert skies while you sleep soundly, never guessing how close the fuse really is. Here's the raw truth. There's no such thing as a deterrent. There's only a weapon reminding everyone who's in charge. Have you ever noticed every war has a narrator? A deep voice, shaky footage, flags flapping, all wrapped up for you to swallow whole. The media doesn't show bombs. It shows justifications. Not contracts, but speeches. Not the hand that presses the button, but the tears on the street. Headlines recycle the same script. Defense, threat, necessary intervention. Anchors become fear's mouthpiece. Fear drives clicks. Clicks sell ads. Ads feed the very machine you think informs you. Want a lesson? When you hear an anchor say trusted sources, ask, trusted by whom? If this lands with you, show you're not buying the same old story. Like this video now, share it with someone who questions and help keep Satire Sacred alive, because truth needs defenders even when it hurts. In the end, every bomb detonates twice, once over sand and stone, once in your mind. War is humanity's oldest hustle. The financiers sleep in fortress mansions while those who bleed never even chose the fight. So, what can you do? Switching off the TV isn't enough. Keep your eyes open while it's on. Question headlines, follow the money, compare stories, ask who profits, who silences, who films, and who hides. And remember, fear is currency. If you stop paying in fear, someone loses the power to sell you the next war. If you made it this far, you're already unlike most. Like, comment, share, not for vanity, but to keep this fragile flame of awareness alive in someone else. Subscribe to Satire Sacred, where secrets never sleep, and truth always bleeds. Because in the end, the only weapon they can't confiscate is a mind that refuses to sleep.